Hi guys, preview for Kenilworth racing Saturday on the 2nd of January. Start off in the first race, and yeah, very little separating. Captain Dizzy, my first choice, Wordsmith, my second choice, and Superior Leader, my third choice, with Preemptive Strike, the fourth selection. Bipod 132 with the bigger one, also the 9. Race 2, here we got a greenie in the form of Captain Wu, Adam Marcus and Elder Doormeyer. Clearly much superior on the back figures here. Marcus has only got 3 for the day, and if I look at the others that Marcus has for the day, the first one is All About Al, and the last one is in the third, Winter's Shadow. So if I look at All About Al here, the first timer might just be something to think about in the first race. If there's any money support for it, then Marcus is coming for the double with Adam Marcus and Arthur Marcus on All About Al in the first, followed by Captain Who in the second. The backup for me in the bipod would be Boomra. Eric Sands only run for the day. Richard Fourie takes the ride here because there's no Snaith runners in this race. So bit of an intentions booking here. It does have the best exact distance median speed from Captain Wu, and if I look at the bat figure, the last one 8.09, which is actually better than Captain Wu's last one. And now Fourie takes the ride. Eric Sands only run for the day. If I look at the adjusted times, 62.25 on the blue bat versus 62.29, and that was 12 days from one another, or 15 days from one another. It is the Cape, so there's no rain at the moment, so that's not going to have any impact. But Captain Wu by Boomra by First Among Equals, my third choice. By Picture the Moment, my fourth choice, again Arthur Marcus here on best statistical form. I think 1, 2, and 6 is more than enough in the bipod and PA. We move over to the pick 6, and very interesting runner here. Six Hill Giant at 4-1, and Stablemate half and half at 1.4. So if I'm looking at the green bats, clearly even against the red bats, there's 9 lengths better than Night Song on the bat 42. And there's 6 lengths better than Warrior Bling on the bat 84, and there's 13 lengths better than the bat 42. And the reason for that is Mr. Solomons is taking 2.5 kilos off the back, and he only carries 49.5 kilos in this field. And if I open up and I look at these, well, clearly Snaith has the hand in this race, but if I look at the 2,400 as an unknown for half and half. But the 2,500, the 2,500 are also an unknown for Six Hill Giant, but the 2,400 Kenilworth on the 2nd of December is probably a decent gauge, because on the 2nd of December, Six Hill Giant did a 2,400 with 57 kilos on his back, an adjusted time figure of 63.85 and a speed rating figure of 95.47. Half and half on the 1950, on the very same day, 450 meters less, carrying 60 kilos with Marcus on his back, did a 64.83 adjusted time against the 63.85 adjusted time, and a speed rating of 92 versus a 95. So you see where I'm going with this. On top of that, half and half was carrying 60, is now carrying 57, 3 down. Six Hills Giant was carrying 57, he's now carrying 49.5. That's 7.5 kilos down. And being a giant, he probably loves the extra 100 meters. So that's going to be my best bet for the Six Hills Giant, the Snaith coupling, to beat the favorite half and half. It's happened before. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. So I've actually gone Six Hills Giant as my first choice. Then Night Song, another unknown quantity. But did beat half and half the last time they meet. 58.5, now 59, half up. 60, now 57, 3 down. So that's 3.5 kilos for 3.25 lengths. So yeah, Night Song is definitely as much in it as Half and Half is in it. And my third choice is Warrior Bling, Andre Nel, Grant van Niekerk. And you could see he was in the betting the last time on the same 2nd of December run against Night Song and Half and Half. He was actually backed in 5 into 3.5. And Sean Beale probably got paid to be nowhere. But Grant van Niekerk is back, and he won on it the last time, so I give Warrior Bling a chance on that as well. So those are my four options in this race. I think Six Hill Giant, though, on these kind of bat figures is a bit of value over the 2,500, and I'm going to make him my best bet for today. Race 4. Yeah, we most probably will see this Justin Snaith double up. Dark Crystal, Richard Fourie, 6.5, Greeny Points the highest, Medium Speed the highest, Form the highest, Bomb Roll 42 and 84 the highest, and Bat 42, 1.6 lengths better than a 22 to 1 shot Sonic Burst, and also 6 lengths better than the favorite Capitana. So I'm going to go with Dark Crystal here. Quite a nice little price at 9 to 1 currently. Yeah, and even money on the top 3, Dark Crystal is well worth it, especially after Six Hills Giant wins the previous one. So that's my choices: Dark Crystal, Capitana, Sonic Burst, 4, 5, and 7, and followed by Boomps Daisy. And the reason why Boomps Daisy is Brett Crawford, Arthur Marcus, 1.15. Brett Crawford, Greg Shane, 3.35. 7.68 bat figure, 3.87 bat figure. Well, just the laws of economy. Brett Crawford would probably prefer getting 3.35 than 1.15. So I have to throw in Boomsa Daisy on that kind of bat figures, because if I throw this around, then you can see Dark Crystal, Sonic Burst, Boomsa Daisy, and then only the favorite Capitana. Even if I look at the 84 days, same applies. 168, same applies. And on the curve, Dark Crystal is the curve king, followed closely by this 22 to 1 little Sonic the Burst hopper. So, interesting, but this is South African racing, and that's as crooked as they come, and therefore you have to start looking at all of these things. Unfortunately, there's not enough stake money in South Africa to support horse racing, so that's what they do, they bet. Moving to the 5th. Here, top rated is again Justin Snaith, Richard Fourie, and there's only one Justin Snaith, Richard Fourie here, so Black Silver is my first choice. But in saying that, I've looked at this little reef knot here, and 2.5 kilos again, the same applies. 56.5 kilos, the best adjusted time, 36% chance to win, and best bat figures by a cool 4.6 lengths to Black Silver. So I'm going to have to throw in this reef knot with that kind of bat figure into my equation as well. So for me, I have gone 2, 1, 3, 6, and I'm also adding in the 4 in my pick 6 because that bat figure on Reef Nat at 16 to 1. Bit off putting on the Blue Bat, 30.46, which is clearly not as good as we got on Kunmik here, 4.58. So respect for Kunmik on his second run after shedding his maiden tag, especially since Mr. Doormeyer is back. So he's my third choice, and So Flawless is my second choice, because Grant van Niekerk won on him the previous time here, and Grant van Niekerk is back again, and that was 1.65 into 1.7, so 10.74 bat. Yes, I can see Kunmik did a much better bat on the 4.58, but then he did come back from a bit of a rest, not a bit of a rest, like a 50 days, and he did a worse figure, 10.26, covering 54.5 kilos on his back, and now it's going 4.5 more, so that's why I think So Flawless is just a little bit better suited here with Grant van Niekerk back, to since he did that 10.74 bat with 60 k's on his back, and he's carrying 60 again today. So Flawless second, Kunmik third, and 2 pennies, Mr. Marcus. I'm going to have to throw this one in as well, purely because it could be that Crawford and Shane wins the previous, or Crawford and Marcus wins the previous, and then this Crawford shares goes up with 2 pennies in this race. So that's my thinking in any case. 2, 1, 3, and 6, and the 4, the reef knot for the pick 6. Moving to the last leg of the bipots, and here I've only got 2. Again, Crawford and Marcus, and again, Snaith and Fourie. The 2 favourites also pops up as first and second here on the ratings. My biggest concern for anything that can beat those 2 is purely because we're in South Africa and this is Cape Town racing, is Major Attraction. If I look at Major Attraction, he's never got anywhere close to the 1600 meters at Kenilworth. He has done a 1400 at Kenilworth in a feature, but clearly Jannie Becker was told to not do anything on the day. So now Mr. Van Niekerk is back on the 1600, and his last run, the prep run on the 9th of December, was a 5.7 bat figure. And that leaves there's a little bit of interest for me for him versus these Rainy Newmarket and Silver Sabres, because the bat figure of 5.7 here versus a bat figure of 9.05 and 9.48 here over 1400, and versus the 9.54 over 1400 here, you can see where I'm going with this. Now, further to that, the 24th of October, Silver Sabre was running in a major. The 24th of October, Major Attraction was running in a feature. So major versus feature. And then on top of that, that was when Jannie Becker wasn't allowed to be anywhere close. So now Grant van Niekerk is back, and you can see he's going to be improving today again. So do throw in Major Attraction as well. Silver Sabre, Rainy Newmarket, Miss Smarty Pants, Real Spring is in the Air, Major Attraction, Moroccan Flame, Rewrite the Stars. But personally, my pick 6, I'm just going to say 5, 6, 9. That's it in my pick 6, 5, 6, 9. Or maybe the 1 as well, 5, 6, 1, 9. Because there's another Crawford alternative with Simon's 2.5 kilos off the back. First time he's taking the claim. Has the best median speed. Has been improving. And yeah, Silver Sabre is 16.75 on the Fillies and Mares 79 versus Miss Smarty's Pants 16.03 in a Fillies 100. Clearly, Miss Smarty Pants on the exact same day on the 16th of December running in a 100 versus Silver Sabre running in a Fillies and Mares 79. You can understand why Miss Smarty Pants has to come into the reckoning here as well. He's running a few features here: ECPC, ECPA, ECB, SCO2, 4CO3 for L10. The list goes on. So Miss Smarty Pants is another one that I have to include. Silver Sabre, Rainy Newmarket, Miss Smarty Pants, and Major Attraction is in my small pick 6. As you can see, these here at the bottom, and then I've also done the bigger 1, 2, 3, and 8. Real Spring is in the Air and Moroccan Flame. Moving on to the 7th, and here top choice here is Captain of Stealth, and Vaughan Marshall here gets Marcus to book the ride, so there's intent here. Does have the best bats, but not all that much better than the others. There's a 1.93, so only 1 length, and there's a 3.8, so only 3 lengths. Captain of Stealth, Pinkerton, and Liberty Hall is the main attractions here for me, 2, 3, and 4. And then the bigger Perm, More Magic, has a little bit more to do on the bat 42, but 3.7 is better on the bat 84. And then Via Solaria, Dennis Dryer's stable is coming to form, and he does come from a little bit of a rest. 7-1, Dryer and Veal, best adjusted time, best median speed. I wouldn't be surprised if this horse shows a little bit more improvement coming back today, and he already had this 4.8 improvement from a 19. So on his debut in Kenilworth, he has to be respected in this race as well. Last race, and yeah, I'm going to go with Adios Amigos as the top rated. And I quite like him. I think he's got some improvement to come still. His Bass Robinson stable is in very good form. He's got the best overall ranking, the best greenie points, the best super rule percentage, and the best bat 42, 84, and 168. A little bit of a concern here for me is the 43% on the bat curve here on Double Rainbow, and I have to include Double Rainbow in my pick 6 with the blinkers now being removed. Alamite's back, best speed rating, best median speed, and it does look like a bit of a Dennis Dreyer double setup. So his last run was with Craig Zaki. He gets Sean Veal back again. You can see nothing expected, 3 into 10, 7.5 into 16, so they were probably just prep runs. Adios Amigos is my first choice. Fort Red, my second choice. Shangan, my third choice. Justin Snaith is probably going to have quite a decent day today. And with the Gelded, as well as the top intentions, top total T curve, and some improvement expected here on the BAT 84, Shangan might turn into a first ranked if this ODR does able turns into an enabled, and we see a lot of Snaith winners up till the last race. So do keep your ODR, which is on day rules, on, and you shall see the on day rules being populated here and here and on the horse, purely because we are learning as the day goes by which trainers, which jockeys, which draws, etc. works, and that's why you must leave your ODR on, and we'll do the rest. If you look at the JTR combo, let's look for a couple of doubles here. Clearly the Marcus best option here looks like Captain Wu. Not really really decent support by All About Al and Winter Shadow around him, and Duomar only takes the one ride. Andre Nell has a decent chance here in Superior Leader, and he has a decent 2.92 on Warrior Bling, and another so flawless here. So some options there for the Nell stable, which has gone a little bit off on these last two meetings. And then Brett Crawford and Arthur Marcus has Capitania, Two Pennies, and Silver Sabre. That looks pretty decent on here. And if I look at the back here, Canis Bass Robinson, Grant Van Ikaru, and at the back here, Adios Amigos. That looks like a decent runner. Top ranked there. And then Kunming for Doormeyer with Springies in the Air and More Magic. There's also some decent low values. Nothing really standing out so far. So let's go move down to our other man in the Western Cape, Snaith and Fourie. So here we clearly see the 1.81 is the lowest ranking average of the day, and that's my best bet, Six Hills Giant. I might be wrong, but the way I see it, Solomon's on Six Hills Giant by Dark Crystal on Fourie. Those two together gives me a lovely little 30-1 double. And then you can even think about Black Silver, 2.69 looks really good as well. And Rain in Newmarket, that looks pretty good as well. And Pinkerton doesn't look too bad, but you do have Captain of Stealth as Vaughan Marshall and Marcus here. And here you have Picture the Moment of Vaughan Marshall and Marcus here. And then Snaith has got another one with Fourie, Shangan. So clearly Solomon's has got the one run for the Snaith stable today, and that's something to notice. And then Solomon's has also got Wordsmith in the first year for Enion as the only runner for the day. Solomon's has Glenn Kotzen on Fast Love. That doesn't rank so well, but none of Kotzen runners really ranks really well. The best of them first among equals as the lowest ranked of all the Glenn Kotzen runners. And then Canis Bass Robinson's also got just the 1 year, and that's Reef Knot, which I've clearly showed you as the best bat 42, the one there, the ranking. So I do definitely think that that is one that could potentially be a little bit of a nibbly bubbly. And then Brett Crawford has Solomon here on Miss Smarty Pants, just with Arthur Marcus as the stable companion. Yeah, my trust is a bit low on South African racing, so I'm just looking at these from a intentions and statistical perspective rather than only a form perspective, because yeah, that's what the results are showing us. Okay, that's it, guys. Have a great day, and we'll speak again tomorrow.